winner of this match will play the winner of the match that's actually happening right now on court 3. Zhang and Wei against Gao and Wu. Just waiting for the players to make their way out. First up, the officials making their way to court 1. So that's Chen Lim and Satywan Mahadu as umpire and service judge being announced. And Chen Fanghui. And the world number 21 pair of Chen Chen-Quan and Su Yinhui, actually quarterfinalists at the World University Games in Germany recently. Also quarterfinalists at the Canadian Open. They picked up 3rd place at the US Open. And all also quarterfinalists at the German Open. 5-0 on the head-to-head, and the last time they met was at the World Championships. So, Coliseum, 25 years old, LI-NING, China, currently ranked 7th in the world, and they've had a good shot at some of these big tournaments. They were bronze medalists at the World Championships just recently, a couple of weeks ago. Also picked up a 3rd place at the China Open, Singapore. They won the All England, which is their big title so far this year. There's his partner, 25-year-old Chen Fanghui from Suzhou. So far, their tournament results: Yang Po-Swan and Hu Lingfang, 21-12, 21-15 in just 30 minutes. Four titles so far on the BWF World Tour. Now, Chen Chen-Quan, 21 years old, as I said, they did pick up a very good result at the World University Games. That's just an indicator of exactly how young they are. And it has been a very good, almost debut in the senior circuit, or at least a start. But it's this kind of match, there's 22-year-old Su Yinhui, where they can really punch their ticket and make some headlines. Of course, and Chen Fanghui, arguably not one of the best mixed doubles pairs to come out of China, and that's only because, of course, Feng and Huang and Zhang and Wei, who are on court 3 right now. That was the tournament result for Chen and Su, an Indian pair. So Chen Lim from Australia is the umpire. And Satyawan Mahadu then takes the service judge position for this second match of the day on court 1. And that's what I mean. I mean, absolutely no disrespect to Chen and Guo, but with the likes of Zhang and Wei and Feng and Huang still around, you'd have to say that this pair are probably third in the rankings. I put Feng and Huang up at the top, Zhang and Wei definitely second. Of course, Zhang and Wei were ousted at the World Championships by the eventual champions, the Malaysians, Cheng Tangji and Toei Wei. That's a wonderful backhand to kick off proceedings from Chen Fanghui. Well, so far they've just been too good. So first point for Chen and Su. But right now, just struggling with that drift, pushing it very long. Oh. 5-2, just 1 minute played. What that tells us is, but no rallies for us to watch. Just 1 or 2 shot drops and that's it. Oh, there's something a little bit more developed. Oh, that's great play from Jose. Wow. Took it all from the 22-year-old. Very flat. Look at this. Gets into position around now, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That was enough. Well, I guess you could say at 4, Su Wenqi probably. She, of course, is the singles player. This is Su Ying-hui. Too much for Su, by the way. And right now, it's the movement of Chen Fanghui that's just outfoxing the young pair. That's what I mean. She's a very quick player, gets into the right positions at the right time. Again, so quick net. Chen Fanghui 8-4. Well, the way this is going, this might be very one-sided. Racket was in the right place, but just the defensive block. Not enough time right now. And that's the difference between the two pairs. They're both playing in different time frames. Sudirman manages to get into that faster level of play for that shot, but it might be too little too late before the break. Great pickup by Gozinwa, and that's Chen Chen-Kwan that is stepping up right now. So the youngsters are beginning to show some fire, but mistakes also coming in pretty frequently. Great shot. Shame that he couldn't make it. Great attempt, I should say. So 11-7, the break. No significant issues for Chen and Guo so far. So they're back on court. Not much of a team talk for Chen and Guo, because let's face it, things have been going very well for them. And if it ain't broke, why fix it? That's a wonderful defense from Chen Fanghui. Oh, what a pickup by Guo. That would have been a spectacular shot, but unfortunately you get no points for the attempt. That was some wonderful defending from the China pair. Set themselves up nicely to place that shot well, just on the blind side of Chen Chen-Kwan. Forced him into that highlight reel shot. Oh, 7, 13-7 now. Uncharacteristic smile from Chen Fanghui. She's very happy with the way things are going. That's not to say she doesn't smile all the time, but certainly when she's on court, just like that, she's all focus. One of those players that only smiles once she's won. I've seen her grinning from ear to ear on the podium. Nice touch from Chen. It's gone out again, 16-7. The youngsters currently, their biggest opponent are those tram lines. Now, if you can just imagine if half of those shots that have gone out have stayed in, what the scoreline would look like. That's the potential of this young pair. Potential is a funny thing, in that you can have it your whole life and never quite maximize it. It's one of those things that needs to be catalyzed, it needs to be changed from potential into reality. So many youngsters turn up with so much potential, but only a few make it through to converting that into actual reality. And of course, the biggest example of that has to be the great An Se-young, 2019's most promising player. And a couple of years later, she's, well, 3 or 4 years later, she's absolutely dominating the women's singles scene. That's potential to reality. Wonderful from Guo and Chen. They're working at a good rhythm now and speed. In fact, if anything, they're getting better. Now, if any of you young players are wondering, well, what turns potential into reality? Simple. Hard work and practice. Focus is probably another thing that you really need to keep. So much distraction these days. So Chen and Guo are making short work of this first game, 19-8. Great from Chen Fanghui. Bounces it off the net for the second shot. And they have 12 game points. So 21-8, the first game. Guo. Would have been, you really need to keep so much distraction. He bounces it off the net for the second shot. So back on court for the second game. Change of ends, of course, but I'm expecting Guo and Chen to adapt very quickly to these breezier conditions on this side. And again, it's up to the Chinese Taipei pair as to how the second game goes. They're the ones that have to make something happen. was a good idea from Su Yinhui. But again, just a bit too short. Clips the net. Good return. That's once again the courts very close together here at the Hong Kong Coliseum, and court 1 shuttle found its way onto court 2 where Gao Fengji is playing Lina Kjaersveld. And I was just about to say, I said earlier there was a top 3 in the mixed doubles for China pairs, and I put Feng and Huang up at the top, Zhang and Wei in second, and this pair in third. Well, in terms of the seedings for this week, it's actually Zhang and Wei that are number 1 seeds. Feng and Huang as number 2 seeds. And Chen Tangji and Toei Wei were third. They withdrew, of course. But the next China pair is this one. But nitpicking as to which of these 3 pairs is the best really takes away from the bigger story, which is China has 3 amazing mixed doubles pairs. All of them capable of winning tournaments, big tournaments as well.
Over 3-2.
And that's the real takeaway from it, for especially everybody else in the division. Can't think of another country, in fact, that has 3 pairs of such high quality. So another mistake as that goes wide.
5-3.
And it's 5-3. They're just steamrolling along right now, Guo and Chen. They have nothing really to contend with. That's also, well, that's been called in. So probably the one drawback of being line of sight with the game is that that corner, where that was called in, is currently blind. To me, anyway.
Over 6-4.
Nice touch from Chen Qingquan. Well, Chen Qingquan seems to have stepped up. That's good play. That's great play. First time I would have thought that this young pairing have really got the attacking impetus and pushed their opponents. 6-all, much better second game from them. Again, that's in. So 8-7 for the first time. Chen and Su have pushed ahead. Obviously savoring this side of the court. Very happy with that. 8-all. So a fleeting lead. So 11-8 at the second break. Well, this is the first time that Chen and Su have been ahead at the break, and that's going to be paramount on the minds of Bo and Chen. Youngsters are going to have that little shot of encouragement now that they are beginning to score from that side. And it's a combination of them playing a bit better from that side, but also Guo and Chen not really loving the breezier side of the court. Certainly not being able to respond. 13-9. Oh, they were well out of position there, Guo and Chen. Chen Fangui especially bunching up on the right side. You can just see it here off the serve. She immediately moves over to the right. And look at all that space. That's confusion. And it was well capitalized upon by Su Yinhui. Well, Su Yinhui has been the defining factor here in the second game. It looks like we might be heading for a third. They're certainly playing with a lot of ease Now that they've switched sides. Again, great touch by Su. 16-10. Well, with such a vast gap in quality from the sides, I wonder what the third game is going to look like. There will be a change of ends, of course, in the middle of that game. But I strongly believe that even with that being long, Guo and Chen have a bit of an uphill task here to try and win this in two. Very flat, very awkward from Guo. He still managed to get it. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky.
12-16.
Can they overturn it from here? They'll need a clear 4-point run at some point. And they've done it before. And that's 2.
13-16.
That's good power from Gosenwa. He's really stepped up.
14-16.
That's a 3-point run. Well, if he gets his racket to it, that is the 4-point run right there. So they're back in it. They've adapted well since being 16-12 down, in that they have kept it very flat and certainly not gone for big shots down the line. They've been very safe to tie it up at 16-all. A bit of confusion there. Oh, that's a last-ditch dive from Gosenwa. Doesn't work out. So the fight is still on. 17-16. Well, they did the hard bit very well, which is make up the 4 points. But now, Chen and Su are beginning to show some form again. Good fight here. Well, they're making sure that that corner of the court's extremely dry. Wonderful winner, plucked out the air. That was almost a single shot. 17-all on serve. The fate of Chen Chengquan and Su Yinhui lies in these next 4 points. That's great stuff. That's fantastic play from Guo Junhua. He essentially ran that point from the start. And every time they've been in trouble, he stepped up. Well, that was well anticipated by Chen Fanghui. Knew exactly where that shot was coming back. Oh, just too low. So 18 all, still everything to play for Chen and Su. It is a chance at a third game. For Guo and Chen, the other side, it is a chance for the quarterfinals. She's just not making that shot right now. And in all honesty, she's probably got to stop Chen Fanghui, because that's what's been letting her opponents back into the game. This was a pair that were ousted in the semi-finals at the World Championships just 2 weeks ago, and that was a key point. That's it, 21-18, so they did manage to pull it in. Fantastic play from Guo Junhua and Chen Fanghui. 21-8, 21-18. Good showing from the youngsters in the second game, but it is Guo and Chen that have made it through to the quarterfinals. Where they will be playing Zhang Zhenbang and Wei Yazin, who earlier dispatched of Gao and Wu on court 3. Welcome back to our continued live coverage of the Hong Kong Open here at the Hong Kong Coliseum. And after a bit of a scare, Guo Junhua and Chen Fanghui through in straight games. Up next is the men's doubles. Rankireddy and Shetty, seeded 8th here in Hong Kong against Sukfun and Thiraratsikul from Thailand. So this is section 2 of the draw. And as you can see, one of those matches has already resulted in a quarterfinal berth for Arif and Yap from Malaysia. They'll play the winner of this match that we're about to watch. Also in this part of the draw, the conquerors of Aaron Chan, So Yik Lane and Vendi from England, Chen and Lin from Chinese Taipei, Man and T from Malaysia, and Li and Yang from Chinese Taipei.